The super app that's about to make your bank obsolete is launching in just a few weeks. And yeah, it's backed by Mastercard, CertiK, and institutional audits that prove it's not vaporware. We're talking about real-time payroll, zero-fee global cards, and a super app that could onboard millions to crypto without them even knowing it. This is the infrastructure that actually changes the game. What's up, everyone? I'm Gold Rush, and welcome back to Gold Rush Crypto Daily. If you're new here, we dive into the stories and opportunities that the mainstream crypto news outlets are, honestly, sleeping on. Today, we've got something special, a deep dive into Zebec Network and the massive super app launch that's about to shake up the PayFi space. All right, let's start with this interesting post from Zebec Network's official account. They're talking about their partnership with CertiK, and this is actually a massive deal when you break it down. Check out what they're saying. They've been working with CertiK for over 3 years to maintain institutional-grade security standards. We're talking multiple audits, continuous monitoring through Skynet, and a commitment to building real-time, compliant, secure payment infrastructure. Here's where this gets interesting. CertiK isn't some random security firm. They're the gold standard in blockchain audits. The fact that Zebec has maintained this partnership for 3 years straight tells you something about their commitment to legitimacy. They haven't just done one audit and called it a day. This is ongoing, continuous work. The context here is important. Zebec achieved an 86.92 overall security score. That's AA grade. We're talking 86.99 in code security and 81.50 in token scan results. No critical issues across multiple audits and 0 incidents in the past 90 days. That's the kind of track record that makes institutional investors take notice. When you compare this to most other projects in the crypto space that either skip audits entirely or get flagged with critical vulnerabilities, Zebec is operating in a completely different league. This is the infrastructure that actually scales to millions of users because it's built on a foundation of trust and accountability. Now, let's look at this post from Alpha Lion. They're making a simple but powerful statement. Zebec doesn't just talk security. We've been proving it for years. This is the narrative that's resonating in the community right now. We've got 3 years deep with CertiK. We've got audits. We've got Skynet verification. We've got institutional grade standards that, quote, most projects can't even spell. And look, I'm not just saying this because they tweeted it nicely. The market is actually responding. We're seeing real-time, compliant, secure infrastructure, and that's reflected in the metrics. The 24-hour trading volume for ZBCN hit $14.2 million with a 3.44% growth. The market cap is sitting at around $220 million. What's happening here is investor confidence is boosting because people are starting to understand that Zebec isn't playing around. They're not promising a super app and delivering vaporware. They're building actual institutional infrastructure that regulators are going to look at and say, yes, this can work with our frameworks. That's the difference between a speculation play and a potential fundamental player in the crypto economy. And that matters. Let's take a look at this next post from the ZBCN Legion community. Big shout out to CertiK and Zebec for their continuous efforts on security. They're highlighting the same thing we just talked about. 3+ years of rigorous audits and continuous monitoring. But here's what's important. This isn't coming from Zebec's official account. This is coming from the community. This is organic support, which tells you that regular holders are understanding the value proposition here. They're not just holding a token, they actually believe in what's being built. The community is connecting the dots. Secure real-time payments, streaming payroll, cards, and more, all backed by a strong Skynet score. That's the narrative-building momentum. When your community is your biggest cheerleaders, and they're cheering for the right reasons, like institutional-grade security, that's when you know you've got something real. Zebec's market cap sitting at $214 million might look modest compared to some other projects. But remember, we're talking about infrastructure that's designed to go mainstream. We're talking about replacing legacy banking infrastructure. The market cap will follow the adoption. Now let's jump to this post from ZBCN Nut. They're highlighting something that doesn't get enough attention in crypto compliance. Check this out. Zebec has an AA rating from CertiK Skynet after more than 3 years of continuous audits. But honestly, more importantly, they're talking about ISO 2022, AML, and OFAC compliance, and FedNow partners. These aren't just buzzwords. These are regulatory frameworks that institutions actually care about. Think about why this matters. The whole reason we're in this crypto bear cycle is because regulators woke up and realized they needed to get involved. Projects that are building with compliance in mind from day one are the ones that are going to survive and thrive. Zebec is literally building real payment rails, not some theoretical blockchain thing that might someday have utility. They're integrating with FedNow, they're meeting AML and OFAC standards, they're working with institutions. This is the infrastructure that actually gets adopted by regular people and regular businesses. And just so you know, ZBCN is trading around 0.0028 right now. For a project with this level of compliance and institutional backing, that's genuinely interesting pricing. Obviously, past performance doesn't guarantee future results, but the foundation is there. Okay, this is where things get really exciting. Let's talk about the Zebec SUPER app. This post from ZBCN Man breaks down what's actually coming, and honestly, it's kind of wild. They're calling it a Web3 financial operating system. It's consolidating real-time payroll, crypto cards, remittances, and neobanking into one mobile experience. As you can see in the post, this isn't just a wallet. This isn't just another app. This is designed to solve actual pain points. Let me break down what's confirmed and launching soon. First, streaming payroll in USDC or fiat, paid by the second instead of waiting weeks for your money. That's a game changer for gig workers and freelancers right there. Then the Zebec Cards suite, silver, black, and carbon cards, all Mastercard-powered. Zero to low-fee spending worldwide with Apple Pay and Google Pay support. This is the bridge between crypto and real-world utility. People are already using these cards. This isn't theoretical. Multi-chain non-custodial wallet with easy fiat on and off ramps, instant global remittances, automated bill payments, personal budgeting tools, enterprise treasury management, early wage access, all in one app. And here's the institutional angle again, KYC/AML powered by Hypernative Labs with upcoming MyCA and ISO certifications. They're not just building for crypto bros, they're building for grandma, they're building infrastructure that banks can actually compete with. The partnerships backing this are legitimate too. We're talking Circle for USDC streams, Mastercard for global acceptance, World Mobile Team for mobile bundles, Uphold for custody and rewards, Payroll Finance for payroll advances. These aren't penny stock partnerships. These are real companies betting on this infrastructure. Here's what really gets me excited about this. The vision is to become the WeChat of Web3 finance. Basically, the app that kills legacy banking for freelancers, creators, remote teams, and everyday users. Think about the flywheel they're building. Earn through streaming payroll, spend through the cards, stake your ZBCN for yield and perks, all in one app, all seamlessly connected. In emerging markets, this could onboard millions of people to crypto without them even realizing it. They're not thinking about blockchain. They're thinking about finally getting paid fairly, spending without fees, and building wealth. That's the adoption story that actually moves the needle long term. And there's speculation in the community about what comes next. In-app ZBCN staking with real APYs. Governance voting. Tiered perks where higher stakes unlock better card limits, cashback boosts, exclusive fee discounts, turn holders into VIP users. That's when token utility actually becomes real, and that drives value. They're talking about yield-bearing savings accounts, DeFi lending, RWA tokenization for payroll streams, creator royalties, gaming payouts, NFT utilities. This isn't just a payments app. This is a full financial ecosystem. Bottom line, this is the infrastructure that actually solves problems, real-world utility, institutional backing, regulatory compliance, and positioned for adoption that could reach millions. So here's my take on all this. Zebec Network is building something fundamentally different. They're not promising hype. They're delivering infrastructure, 3 years of audits, institutional-grade security, real partnerships with major companies, an upcoming super app that actually solves problems people face every day. Obviously, I have to say this. This is not financial advice. Do your own research. Understand the risks involved in any crypto investment. But from an infrastructure and adoption perspective, this is the kind of project that deserves to be on your radar. If you found this breakdown valuable, please hit that like button. It takes literally 2 seconds and helps us grow this channel. If you're not subscribed yet, subscribe now and turn on notifications so you don't miss our daily breakdowns of stories like this. Share this video if you think your friends need to understand what's coming in the PayFi space. And if you want more deep dives into crypto opportunities, we've got tons of videos on the channel. Check them out. What do you think about Zebec's Super App launch? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Are you holding ZBCN? What features are you most excited about? Let's build this community together. Thanks so much for watching Gold Rush Crypto Daily. I'll see you in the next one.